Well, this year I did 80 concerts with an Italian singer named Gianna Nannini. She's a very big Italian rock singer, and we toured from the beginning of this year until the end of September. 80 shows around Italy. We did 1 month of supporting Bon Jovi on their European tour with Gianna, and I'm also working with a band called Within the Void. It's a British heavy band, and I'm working with my band in LA called The Storks. It's a trio with Kai Kurosawa and Shane Gibson, the guitar player from Korn, and I'm doing a lot of recording sessions with different people all the time in LA and also around the world, and that's just always different artists. I do sometimes I've got this interesting orchestral project. So I've got a project with a guy called Nebojša Šifrović, who's a marimba player, very one of the best in the world. And I still have my band Save the Robots. We're touring every once in a while. We toured earlier this year, so it's a lot of different stuff always. And sometimes I do solo shows, drum festivals. Very good. Well, I'll just go with the flow, and depending on what people ask me, I'll try to answer the questions. You know, I try to be responsive, and they have a fantastic shop here. And the first time I came to the shop, I was very impressed. How professional, how clean, how well organized, and beautiful it was. So it's a lot of fun and a real pleasure to work with them. No, I usually play acoustic drums. I play sonar drums and vinyl cymbals, and endorse a few other companies, and but also Roland. And I use Roland a lot in the studio. For me, it's a very convenient tool to use at home in my studio, and also a great and very important instrument for a lot of the session work I do. A lot of the pop sessions I do. And did for many years now were on Roland drums.
You get a chance to play chords, play guitar, samplers, something like that. Do you think it breaks down all the kind of melodic barriers that sometimes drummers have?
Yes, and that's why I like it. It is a very inspiring instrument. You can expand your musical expression immensely with electronic drums, and it also helps to apply your technique in a different way. And that's what's very inspiring to me, to play more musical things that are more melodic and a little more unusual to play a drum set.
Okay. You say in your website about your recordings and everything, Peter's kind of comes in the way.
George, look in the other room.
Yeah.
And we come on percussion, of course, or manuals.
There are very few people that you feel glad that interrupt you.
Yes. Yes, very much. I was a big fan, and still am, of progressive music, and I worked with Asia, with John for a number of years, 4 or 5 years, and it represents my taste of music and reflects it a little better than other things that I've done. A lot of the albums I recorded are sessions, that I did, where you are in and out of the studio and you record an album in a day for a pop artist or whatever it is. And I never felt that when I work on, Atomic Kitten or S Club 7 or Steps or anything like that, that's very poppy, that it necessarily reflects my musical taste or personality or playing style. So I always try to keep to keep my sort of session work and separate from what I want to promote online on my websites that kind of reflects me. And I don't think that people care much anyways, you know. A lot of times when I'm here in Europe now, I hear records that I played on many years ago. When we're driving in the car, I hear them on the radio in restaurants and stuff. And I still get the same feeling, and I'm, you know, happy with the decision not to promote those things all that much, because it's not necessarily, you know, music I like very much, to be honest. You know, that was paid work, and it was important maybe at one point in my career to learn and to do sessions and meet people, etc. But yeah, I like to keep those things different, separate from promoting my own products and things that I really think are of some value to me musically. And also it has to do often with the fact that I didn't even know the people often. You know, you're in and out of the studio and you meet somebody for a few hours that you work with and it's all good, but you don't have a relationship with anybody, and it's part of the reason why those things are not there.
Okay. Would you make our little signature here?
Yeah.
When you go to a session, is it hard for you not to overplay in a sense?
No, it's very easy not to overplay. No, it's, you know, I think I'm a musician enough to know what's required and what's necessary, and you know, like I said today, you know, the way I play in a drum clinic or at a drum festival is very different from what I do in my day job. Yeah, I have no desire to overplay, and in fact I'm very good at playing very minimalist things, and that's my job, and I do that very well. You know, it's what I've always done, and I've done for many years before I ever played a drum clinic. So no, it's, for me, overplaying is never an issue. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's it. Okay.
Mm.